Greetings all, my name is Stephen Lentz. In this video I wanted to present the Training Within Industry, or T.W.I, 5 Needs of a Good Supervisor, taken from the original JOB or J programs. I believe it is a good introductory selling point for T.W.I, and it is a great starting point in identifying not only the needs, but what we may be lacking in as supervisors. Before I go into the 5 needs of a good supervisor, I wanted to make clear what we mean by the term supervisor. A supervisor, as defined in the T.W.I training, is anybody in charge of people or who directs the work of others. This can be anyone from the CEO of a company to the line operator of a machine who is in charge of his crew to an office lead and everywhere in between. These supervisors are the ones I like to call true supervisors. By making a point to view this video, you are probably one of these types of people. Therefore, you are a supervisor. Let's do a short is not. This video is intended as an introduction and review for anyone who has taken or plans to take at least one of the 3 J programs. This video is not intended to replace any part of the original J programs. In fact, going through the T.W.I 10-hour programs themselves, 5 days, 2 hours each, is the best way to understand and use the programs. The interaction and participation of each member of the group helps paint a much clearer picture, especially when trying to fit T.W.I into your company. My main point, take the actual course, and don't shortchange it. You will only be shortchanging yourself and everything the programs stand for. As quoted by Sophocles in 445 BC, one must learn by doing the thing. For though you think you know it, you have no certainty until you try. I will also be doing a more robust version, digging deeper into each of the J programs presented in the 5 needs section. In the actual J programs, only the main topic of that course is presented in detail. So let's get started. When producing goods, each of us has our own roles. The supervisor's roles are to ensure that production at the workplace goes smoothly. Production here includes every kind of work, not only manufacturing goods at companies, factories, and workplaces, but also indirect work, office work, and any other work concerned with service. So what do we keep in mind when producing something? Do we only think in terms of quantity? After quality goods are produced at each workplace, they are delivered as finished goods to the customer. Then they pay for them. In this case, there is one important thing we have to think about. What do you think it is? Cost. Who is responsible for these day-to-day duties at the worksite? The supervisor is in charge of these duties. We all know things occur every day that can have a bad influence on quality, production, and cost. I'm sure we can make our work as supervisors much easier if we can prevent these things from arising. We always deal with these obstacles that lower quality, decrease production, and increase cost. Let's call them problems. Are there problems at your workplace that have a bad influence on quality, production, and cost within your company? Here are some examples of problems in a typical workplace. Workers don't know their jobs. Mix-up in shipping services. Poor planning. Workers have difficulty in getting up to speed on new types of equipment. Excessive wear and tear on the equipment. Poor housekeeping. Don't know safety rules. Too much scrap or rework. Can't get experienced people anymore. I'm sure there are many other problems you can think of that have a negative impact on quality, production, and cost in your company. So let's represent them by this line. Do you have problems like these in your workplace? This list was taken from how companies viewed their problems back in the 1940s. Sounds a lot like the problems we have today. How can we deal with these problems? What must we do to solve them? It has been said that a good supervisor generally has 5 needs. It will be much easier for supervisors to produce better quality goods at low cost if they have met these 5 needs. Now let's talk about these 5 needs. The first one is knowledge of the work. Knowledge of the work is the kind of information that makes one business different from all others. For example, materials, machines, tools, operations, process, or technical skills. People can spend a lifetime at a job and still be acquiring knowledge of the work they are doing. Changes within business usually requires further knowledge acquisition. The second is knowledge of responsibilities. Knowledge of responsibilities is a particular company's policies, agreements, regulations, safety rules, and interdepartmental relationships. These can be different for each company or plant. Therefore, this knowledge of responsibilities must be supplied locally. To do their jobs, supervisors must have a clear understanding of their authority and responsibilities as a part of management. These local responsibilities are the ground rules under which every supervisor has to work. The third need is skill in improving methods. Skill in improving methods deals with utilizing materials, machines, and manpower already available by having supervisors study each operation in order to eliminate, combine, rearrange, and simplify details of the job. This skill is practiced in the T.W.I training for improving job methods. This program will not make people work harder or in a hurry. This job methods program will help you produce greater quantities of quality products in less time by making the best use of the personnel, machines, and materials now available. Where is the best source of ideas for giving us this necessary increase in production now? It is the person who knows more about the jobs under them than anyone else, the true supervisor. Everyone no doubt has some ideas on how to improve methods. Most progress we enjoy today is the result of improvements in production methods. The purpose of this plan is to improve our job methods by providing a practical plan to help. The fourth need is skill in leading. Skill in leading helps supervisors improve their ability in working with people and to have workers cooperate with them at work. The supervisor will get satisfactory results in cooperation. This skill, when applied day in and day out, will enable supervisors to prevent problems from arising and will help solve these problems if they arise. This skill is practiced in the T.W.I training for job relations. By pointing out the ways that problems do arise, one can readily see that preventative action can be taken. This applies particularly in anticipating changes that may not be readily accepted and in sensing changes in output, attitudes, and relationships. However, when problems do arise, there is an organized procedure to handle such problems that helps get better results from the actions we take. Management wants output and quality. Output and quality also requires the loyalty and cooperation of the people in addition to what the machines can accomplish. The fifth and final need of a good supervisor is skill in instructing. Skill in instructing is concerned with helping supervisors develop a well-trained workforce. When this skill is learned and practiced, we will have less waste, fewer mistakes, less downtime, fewer accidents, and less tool and equipment damage. No matter how much knowledge and skill we have for our work, we cannot teach them well if we do not have instruction skills. This skill is practiced in the T.W.I training for job instruction. Now let's think about who we have to train. Those who need training are divided into two major groups. First of all, there are the present employees. They have to learn new skills every day because of promotions, transfers, changes of work duties, changes in procedures, changes in work standards, and new jobs and equipment. These skills must be improved on when they are poor or inexperienced at doing their job. The second group is new employees. As every job is new to them in most cases, they will have to be trained. Do you have both groups of people in your department? Are they causing the kinds of problems we discussed earlier? Skills are not something that we are born with. They are acquired and improved by practice. It is like swimming. Even if we learn how to swim from a book, we will not be able to swim unless we practice it. I am not here to tell you how to do your jobs. I do not necessarily know anything about the technical aspects of your work. I'm here to discuss 3 challenges common to all: job methods, job relations, and job instruction. These 3 skills must be acquired individually. Practice and experience in using them enable both new and experienced supervisors to recognize and solve daily problems. These skills acquired through these trainings must become part of day-to-day operations. In no other way can production be so quickly influenced and workers conserved. These enable supervisors to get good teamwork, to give better service, and to get out more production. More production through skilled supervision. In closing, I would like to add that T.W.I is the fundamentals of lean. They are so basic that every leader, supervisor, manager, and so on should be familiar with these skills. Many companies who have successful lean programs have utilized T.W.I to train their workers in how to work with others, train others, and find ways to improve the process. Lean has so many amazing and beneficial tools. However, driving lean initiatives onto people who do not truly understand the fundamentals is extremely hard work. Former general manager of the Baltimore Orioles, Ronald Hemmons, said, "Show me a championship team and I'll show you one who has mastered the fundamentals." He went on to say, Countless players who have the material requisite for greatness still fail. Why? Because they can't master the basics. Learning the fundamentals is essential in sports and business. Pushing lean without T.W.I is like learning algebra before arithmetic. Life would have been so much easier if you learned the fundamentals first. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it has inspired you to pursue or continue pursuing your knowledge and skill in T.W.I. Remember, there's no better way to learn T.W.I than to take the full T.W.I courses and apply the skills. Learn by doing. Please like, share, and subscribe to be alerted to more videos in the future. My name is Stephen Lentz. I hope you have fun and rock on.